On a Saturday night in the Dome, Jair Davis beats Van Allen Lubin for the tip. Ron Groover, Jamel Spearman, Brent Hampton, our officiating crew, and away we go with a Syracuse possession. Now the ball deflects out to Withers. Cadeau will take it himself this time, right into the body of Taylor and roll home the game's first points.
I like when he does that more.
Davis passes up a three. They get Lampkin isolated with Lubin, and he bullies him under the hoop. And a whistle. We've got to be dogs. We've got to know who we are. Starling tipped away by Washington. Another rejection.
We got two young guns about to check into the game for Carolina. Fresh bodies.
Ian Jackson and Drake Powell. Davis rocks his way to the right side of the paint. Starling's second foul, but he stays on the floor for Syracuse. Jackson shot fakes the three, step back, and Ian Jackson, who did not hit a field goal on. Jake Clark, Carlos, Chris Bell on the floor for Syracuse. Lampkin finishes over the log on to Washington. Syracuse brings in Petar Majstorovic, freshman from Serbia for the first time. Lampkin, Majstorovic just sealed off some space inside for a clear path.
Somewhat of a set against the zone, screen the side, draw one, and
this is good stuff too. Jackson takes it away from Bell and finishes.
He just gave himself a little break with the okey-doke defense on this last possession, but this one he got out there, good steal.
For the rebound here off the missed three. Pushes for Davis. Washington, a rare three-point try. He hits his second of the year. He plans to hire a GM after the year and change the model after Carolina had some high-profile misses as Naheem McLeod finishes in the transfer portal this year. Carlos, end of the clock. Davis takes it away. A block and a steal on the same possession. And Jackson had it swatted away by Carlos on the other side. McLeod over Lubin, too strong. And McLeod gets it back. Majstorovic's little flip is in.
I think the zone sucked the rhythm out of the game for Carolina. They haven't been able to press, and there you go.
Inside Majstorovic again. Carlos with the find, and it's a one-point game.
Keep utilizing that zone to just slow the game down.
Carlos swatted by Powell. Trimble sees Jackson down the floor. The explosive freshman is fouled.
Well, he just impacted this arena. They get like a free Chick-fil-A for those two misses.
Tough. Rise and miss. Davis squeezes in there for the tip-in.
So passing lanes open up.
That was thrown away by Carlos, his first turnover. Carlos gets in there. Trimble, no, and it's Jackson again. 9 and 16 under Roy Danforth, and obviously most of those years this was a consistent 20-game winner as Chris Bell hits a three for Syracuse. Back to being contender, a perennial tournament team.
I say time and stability. I mean, sometimes it's also as simple as you catch lightning in the bottle, you get the right guys.
On a crazy run in Charlotte with the 4 straight years without a postseason, longest drop since 67 to 72. Withers found space. 6 to play first half. Withers, same spot, and rattles it out. And Washington, what? Just got in there and tipped it in. Powell into Withers again. Out for Davis, yet to score. Chases down his own miss. Oh, there were a lot of hands up on the Syracuse bench. Since the 11:40 mark, Bell goes to the bench. Syracuse breaks the pressure. Taylor will score. First basket for Lucas Taylor. Davis gets a Washington screen, rolls it back to him. Jackson, big step back there, and another three. Ian Jackson exploding in this first half. Boo-boo biscuits.
Yeah, I was trying to think
sounds delicious. Davis step back three. And finally, R.J. Davis.
Because it was just a different rhythm, right? The position he's playing, the role he's playing is different, so the shots he gets feel differently.
Majstorovic off his own miss. Been a little more above the surface scoring today. 6 points, averaging 2.7 on the year. Trimble, two-hand tap off his own miss. Carolina by 11, heels have not trailed. Carlos. Majstorovic cleans it up. Taylor shot ready. A three. Davis gets around the Washington screen. They had Trimble in the corner. A little bit of a late catch. Withers from the other corner. North Carolina 6 for 12 from 3.5. Jackson's been terrific. Yep. Lampkin takes it all the way and one. Eddie Lampkin with a chance at points 7-8 and number 9 coming up at the line.
Kind of attacked with good body.
Dan, thank you. Welcome to Central New York, where North Carolina leads Syracuse by 8 minutes ago in the first half. That lead down to 5. And Ian Jackson, a freshman, leading the way with 13 points. Here's Jackson again. Gives him 16 and his fourth 3.5.
You're talking about Syracuse right now? I was barely listening. Look, you've got to be aggressive getting back into this game, and that's certainly how you do it. But the key is getting your defense set.
R.J. Davis had 5 in that first half for UNC, 1 for 5 from 3. Tar Heels 7 for 15 from 3. Withers as open as you can be.
And you stop. It's hard to make that 3. Still got it to go.
Starling penetrating. Davis hot foot into the lane. How can they get a stop? Trimble. They cannot. Nice, easy fake there. Starling didn't want to pick up his third.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. He's got the advantage because he's going against somebody that doesn't want to pick up a third foul.
Trimble guarding Starling now, blows by him. Got hit up high by Lubin. No call despite the contact. It is. I'm all about freedom of movement. I got a bumper sticker that says freedom of movement. You can't see it in the snow on the back of the car. Davis with a 3 for Syracuse. Lucas Taylor hit a couple. He's got 8.
He pulled the Archer out at one point, hit 2 in a row.
He did. Withers. And Jae'Lyn Withers is tied a season high with 11. The ACC leader in offensive rebounds throws it out to Taylor. Back into Lampkin. Double team. Walks around it.
Good for Eddie Lampkin. He really worked in that possession.
About the created, sustained rhythm we've had tonight.
I think a lot of that came with Cadeau on the bench.
Withers just fell asleep there.
You had better spacing, or you're willing to play. At the same time, there are teams out there that, like this team in Carolina, the more they play together, the more they're going to find each other.
Not saying this would have been a tournament team, but just how a game or two changes the outlook of your group. Starling with a jumper in, and here's Syracuse starting to find its outlook. Jackson, Washington pushes it up to Davis, and that's the second time he has bounced in a 3 off. I think so. 7-point game, under 12 to go. Zone again for Syracuse. And Majstorovic blocks the shot right to Lubin.
In that zone, I actually like the zone with McLeod on the floor.
Starling got it. Starting to feel it. 10 for JJ. JJ Starling at the other end just plows into Withers in the paint, makes the basket.
I like the lineup on the floor for Syracuse. I think it's a good offensive lineup. They got to capitalize on extension.
And they did it. Yes. It was Lampkin, and Majstorovic set it up.
He got up. He was an outlet opportunity. Look, he flashes to the basketball. It's the little things.
Still 0 lead changes. In the corner of 3. It's good for Jackson. 20 on the board for the fabulous.
Can you keep it together? I think the zone's been good. It's been disruptive.
Withers gets the roll at a new season high. The transition defense by Bell. Powell inside. Withers again. Jae'Lyn Withers with the best performance of his season.
Carolina, when they're the aggressor, they are a dangerous basketball team, both from the perimeter and inside. Which I thought then was a compliment.
Yeah. We saw Super Flag do it here in the Dome about a week and a half ago, and he was pretty neutralized offensively, but still impacted the game in a lot of ways. Withers again! That is some finish by Jae'Lyn Withers, who has owned this second half.
The whole playing fast is really what makes them tough.
19 overall and a 9-point lead for UNC. Just moments ago, this game was tied. Lampkin continues to feast. He's got 20. He's too shy. Off the floor after the under 8. He knocked knees with Withers. Now he steps up to guard Cadeau, trying to bend it in. Cadeau will shoot it instead, and pulled off the bench delivers.
I like where they're putting Cadeau, though. Playmaking position in the middle of the zone.
He bounces to Davis, flies and fires third three.
Part of the issue against the zone is
in the last 4 minutes. Starling. Boy, what a tough shot that is.
that's a remarkable play overall.
Enough games to qualify. Starling, long steps, and Powell gets that out of here. Jackson all the way, lays it in. 23 for Ian Jackson. Carlos. And Withers throws it right to an onrushing Starling down and scores! Just twisting himself into a pretzel.
The body control in some of his finishes has been remarkable. I mean, fun to watch, and he is working.
Cadeau, 15 to shoot, spins around Carlos, a big basket for Elliot Cadeau.
Cadeau, I mean, this might be play of the game, and Carlos cannot get beat to the basket in that situation. That's the one thing you've got to. You need Lampkin as an outlet there.
I mean, Lampkin, all right, it's a 2, but it's still a 2-possession game. Now you have this 9.6 to go. And time's going to run out, and it's a 2. North Carolina wins it, a game they never trailed. Syracuse tied it a couple of times, a great fight. Ian Jackson was awesome early, and North Carolina wins it 88-82. They had to have it.